Buenos dias, amigos, amigas, from Ajijic here in the Lakeside area. Okay, what I'm going to talk about is what you can do here in the Lakeside area to enjoy yourself. There's a lot of different things. Okay, let me start out with you can meet other expats. There's a lot of coffee places that you can go sit down, relax. You can even bring a book, bring your laptop, whatever you decide to do, or meet Mexican residents and other expats and exchange ideas and learn from where you can shop, where you can get services. They'll help you out too. Um, with a lot of different things. Where you can go to golf. Okay, there's golfing here in the Lakeside area. I know there's Chula Vista. One of my neighbors goes there a couple times a week and plays. There's also a golf course over in Chapala, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been there. I'm not a golfer, but people do golf around here, and there's some pretty good golfers. And I met a few of them. You'd be surprised what they used to do on golf courses. Okay, another thing, tennis. There's tennis courts in Lake Chapala Chapala at the Parque de Cristiana. There's a whole slew of courts. I was up there recently playing tennis. Um, you can take classes. There's so many classes you can take around town, or you could teach classes. You could work as a volunteer. A lot of people work as volunteers, and they fill up some of their spare time. Okay. With that, you don't have to volunteer. You might have volunteered all your life, and now you want to relax. But we all help others through our daily lives. Helping someone is there's great rewards in that. Yoga, free yoga in the plaza. You can get, I think there's twice a week they meet out in the morning at the plaza, and you can do yoga for free. Or you can find yoga places that are relatively inexpensive. I go to a place on Victoria, and it's relatively inexpensive, and they're not too hard. They're not too hard on you. And other places, okay. You can hike. I think there's hiking. I don't know if the hiking club is still going on. That was meeting once a week at Minhua Restaurant. It's a Chinese restaurant here. Okay, sitting down and just relaxing. You know, grabbing a book or just relaxing, meditating, whatever you choose to do. You're retired now, or many of you are, and you got some time on your hands, and you can do that. Okay, you can go out to Malcons. Great. There's Malcons in Hocotepec. There's the Malcons in San Antonio, Ajijic, and Chapala. And they're beautiful Malcons. I go there in the morning, noon, and night. Now, I don't do all the things that I'm telling you on this list, and I'm not even going to tell you everything that I do. I'll just go through just a few things, but I do a lot of these things. Okay, getting in a pool. You don't have to be an Olympic swimmer. This pool we have here, there's a guy, he's a really good swimmer. He comes in here. There was a lady, she came in here. She's a really good swimmer. Although it's not an Olympic sized pool, they manage to swim laps when they can. Um, or just wait or just relax in the pool. It's very nice. You can do that. There's hot springs. I haven't been to those places. Pickleball courts in Parque de Cristiana. There's pickleball courts. Mel Social Club or restaurant. There's a pickleball court there. Um, I mentioned some tennis at Parque de Cristiana. They also have pickleball basketball courts at that there and on these Malecons. So you want to go shoot some hoops. Get out there, you can shoot some hoops. Tennis courts also in Chula Vista. They have a pro that's available there that'll help you out if you want a pro to help you out and take lessons or just someone to hit with. And there are also people in Chapala. They come, I believe, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays after 6. You can go down there. You can walk these neighborhoods, walk the bike path. These beautiful Mexican neighborhoods. You can walk. And I walk them mornings, throughout the day, afternoon, and in the evenings. And I get out to the Malecons. I enjoy walking there, sitting out there, meditating. You can bike. These bike paths are just wonderful, electronic bikes. When I first came here 2.5 years ago, I can't remember noticing electronic bike, or I might have forgot if I saw one, but there's a big trend in these electric bikes. They also can be pedaled manually, and you could ride a manual bike on the bike paths or around town. Okay, relaxing coffee. There's a lot of coffee shops all over the lakeside area. You can get together once again with expats, Mexican residents, and share information with each other. Dining out, restaurants. Oh my God, there's so many restaurants. Someone asked me in the comment section once to make a top 10 restaurant list, and I replied, something I can't do. There's so many great restaurants you can eat at. There's hundreds of them throughout the lakeside here. It would be unfair for me who hasn't gone to every one, but I do go to a lot. It would be an injustice to give a top 10 list without mentioning all the other ones and going to the other ones and trying those out first. I find good restaurants all over the lakeside area. Music, all types of music. Classical used to be concerts, I think in Chapala. There's a cultural auditorium in Chapala. So if you want to get classical music, sometimes you might have to go to Guadalajara, but you can do that. I remember the La Plus Auditorium. I saw a jazz concert there when I first came here 2.5 years ago. There was a good jazz concert in the auditorium, and they had a flamenco dancer that performed afterward. Places of worship, you could go there. Guadalajara Reporter. You can get a lot of this information from the Guadalajara Reporter. Events, cultural events to go to in different places. You can dine out and other places of worship. You could go to restaurants. There's a lot of different restaurants. There's an Argentinian steakhouse that's going to open. There's also an Argentinian steakhouse on Cologne, just south of the Carretera. There's upscale restaurants, mid-range restaurants, and lower price restaurants that serve great food, and many of them serve Mexican authentic food. You could go to musics of all types. You can find here travel agencies will provide trips. You can travel. I put up a video about traveling, what expats do, and where they travel. They go out to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Manzanillo, and different other places throughout Mexico. And that's usually, they can do that anytime. One of my neighbors just got back from somewhere, I forgot where. He just got back from, and I asked him if it was hot there. He says, no, it wasn't too hot. But I can't remember where he said he went. But there's places all over you can go to. And if you don't want, you can take one of those direct buses. There's a zoo in Guadalajara. I've never been there, but I have been traveling quite frequently, or I used to more, to Guadalajara and to Tlaquepaque. Take tour buses. There's tour buses that'll take you from Guadalajara to Tlaquepaque, and then there's also a tour bus into Tlaquepaque you can take. You can find shopping here, great boutiques here in the lakeside area, but they say they don't have what you may need. There's a big store, what is it called? Jeez, it's at the tip of my tongue. It's like a Macy's. I can't remember exactly, but I've walked through those, and there's one at the mall. There's a Tlaquepaque Mall there. I've been there. Taking the tour buses around Guadalajara through to Tlaquepaque and subways. You get on subway rails. I put a video on that, how to get on a subway, or at least me getting on a subway. And some viewers, they comment or they see me in town and they tell me what a great time they had doing many of these activities. Also, there's Thai restaurants too. You can find 3 Thai restaurants, 2 I believe on Hidalgo. If you go down to Hidalgo, 1 on Zaragoza. There's, I don't know if there's a French restaurant. If there is, I'm not sure about it. Steakhouses, vegetarian restaurants, Italian restaurants. You just about got everything here. Traveling too. I mentioned the travel. I think I mentioned you can go on check out one of the travel agencies. I've done videos on many of these things already, but get out here and talk to other expats. They can, or go on do a lot of walks. You'll discover things that you might want walks. The bike path too is a good place. You can jog there, jog on the Malecon, go for romantic walks in the mornings, especially, well, all day, but especially in the morning when the sun rises and the sun, or in the evening when the sun sets. Beautiful, magnificent views. A lot of people like to do that, meditate, do their walking. You can walk your dog there too, and many other places you can do that. So I named quite a few. I gave you a list. Different types of music all over the lakeside area. You can find it in this area, I'm telling you. And I thought there were some great musicians in San Miguel de Allende. There's also some very good musicians here. They are great. Not only do you find a lot of great Mexican musicians here, but you're going to find a lot of expats that are really, really good too. Some of them played professionally up in the U.S., Canada, and around the world. I met a golfer. He's a retired golfer, and he doesn't want to appear on these YouTube videos, but he's very well known, and he's traveled around the world with his golf and things he does in the golfing industry. Okay, a lot of things you can do here. I just named a few or many, but here's a lot of things you can do. You can just sit down and relax, you know. Go down to the plazas, find a quiet place on the Malecon, bring a book. Gyms, there's gyms you can go to. Movie theaters, there's a couple movie theaters, one in not too far, only 3 blocks from where I live. Um, the Mercados. You can go to the Mercados. Oh, also there's a good movie theater at the Laguna, Central Laguna Mall. I haven't been to either one. That's on my list. One of the things I'm going to be doing soon. And just relax. You're going to meet writers here, poets here, yoga masters. You're going to meet guys who have been excellent mechanics. You know, I mean, a lot of us have a lot of things in common. And even if you aren't, someone asks me, "Oh, I don't want to go to that coffee shop." You don't have to be an artist. You know, you don't have to be this. We all look upon each other as equals, and we enjoy. Everyone's got something to offer, and I find it in some of the most modest or people who do things and whatever. You're going to find a lot of nice people here. So great people here. A lot of people love coming here. You're going to meet people from all walks of life, all different types of religions. And once again, go to Guadalajara, get your places of worship. They're listed there. Every Friday, Guadalajara reporter comes, "Oh, God, the Lake Chapala Society. It's got tons of things to do. You can volunteer there if you want to." Other places, dog rescues, etc. Other places need you, but you don't have to necessarily go volunteer for 20 hours a week, go 4 hours, 2 hours, whatever. Or if you're not volunteering, you're helping somebody. And there's great rewards in that too, in helping other people. So not everyone does the volunteer positions, but they do get out and help other people too. Say kind, even a kind word to people is really good. But you can help other people. There's people that help other people in different ways. American Legion, get out there. They serve the Mexican community as well as the Lake Chapala Society does. Lake Chapala Society is the oldest expat organization in the world. It's a nonprofit organization. Drop by there. See what you can do there. And there's a restaurant there too. Offer a lot of services. There's a big ATM machine there. And you can find them all over town too. But thing is, drop by there. I was just down here today and had lunch. Had a really good lunch too. And said like there's tons of restaurants, hundreds of restaurants. So I've covered a lot of these things. I haven't covered 100 restaurants. I eat out 70 times a month, but I'm going to put a curve on that and eat more in my apartment. Have more friends are going to be coming over again because I'm not going to be as busy as I used to, maybe. And I'm going to be having more friends come over here. Anyone's invited to come here. You could use the pool. I invite many people over to use the pool. So there's Thai restaurants, vegan restaurants, Italian restaurants. I don't know if there's a French restaurant. There probably is. is there's a restaurant called Eve's. I just saw him yesterday. I've known him for a couple of years, at least 2.5 years. Um, and a lot of good places, dancing, salsa lessons. I take beginning salsa lessons, beginning yoga. You can find dance lessons, museums, the cultural center, in the plaza. And there's even a little museum. I didn't visit it. It's in the San Antonio Plaza. I'm going to go down there maybe. There's different museums. Cultural center in Guadalajara. I know there's a cultural center there at least. I go to museums in Guadalajara. And I go to Tlaquepaque, shop, take tour buses there. You can get on a tour bus from Guadalajara, go to Tlaquepaque, pass the Tlaquepaque Mall. Beautiful ride. Um, you got, and then once you get into Tlaquepaque, you can get on a bus, tour um, bus there, a little one, small carriage type of bus, and rail car or whatever. It's one rail car. I don't know what exactly you call it. But you could ride that too through around Tlaquepaque. There's one in Chapala. You can get on. There's walk tours. Some of the realtors put out walk tours, and there's guys that'll walk you, take you. Gentlemen who aren't with the realtors, they have walk tours too. A lot of different things you can do in the Lakeside area. I just named some. I think I don't know if I mentioned pickleball over at the Christiana Park of the Christiana, and at Mel Social Club. There's probably more. There's tennis, a couple places at Chula Vista. Get a pro. You can get a pro to help you and give you lessons there. And at the Christiana Park, I've been down there to play tennis before. They give guys to give you instructions in the evenings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. You can rent or purchase rackets here too, and it's really cheap to rent a court. It's just amazing what you can do. There used to be a saying in San Miguel de Allende, if you get bored in San Miguel de Allende, there's something wrong with you because there's just so much to do. But there's a lot to do here as well. Art classes, all kinds of things. I can go on and on. Go to the American Legion. They serve the Mexican community. You can help out there, or just go there and relax. Have a good meal or whatever. Um, Whatever you like doing, shopping. You like to go to malls. There's good boutiques here. I've covered too, and I've covered a lot of these things, not all, but many of these things in videos, especially going out to Tlaquepaque and Guadalajara. You can go on scenic tours. You can also, boutiques. You might have some nice boutiques here, but say you want something a little different, you can go to some beautiful boutiques in Guadalajara, I'm sure, but also in Tlaquepaque. And walk around the Tlaquepaque neighborhoods too. I walked through Guadalajara, subways. You can go on the subway, the rail trains. I put up a video on that. People come to me and said, from the coffee club we have, anybody can come. But they tell me, hey, yeah, we went and tried out that thing. We saw the video. We went down there to Guadalajara and got on one of the subway rail trains. So there's things you can do. I've only, I scratch a little bit more than the surface. Oh, TED Talks, no, they're not TED Talks, they're talks that they have on Sunday mornings over at the Lake Chapala Society. Wonderful talks there on different topics, many different topics, and there's workshops, all kinds of things you can do, services you can receive. And I would say something once again about the Lake Chapala Society. I tell people to go down there as soon as they can. I make it a suggestion, just a suggestion. Try it out, go see what it's like down there. And also, just so many things to do. I can go on and on. I made a list. Meditation. You can meditate anywhere, on the Malachites. Go for romantic walks. Take your significant other. Beautiful sunsets, sunrises and sunsets is beautiful throughout the day. Coatepec. You can go over to Ajijic, Malachi. Coatepec is really big. Chapala's really big. Ajijic is kind of big too. And also there's one in San Antonio. That's not as big, but it is nice up there. And there's other shores, like I've been out to the San Juan coastline, the shore, walking around, all over Lakeside. You can get to these places. Chapala, the Malachites are just magnifico. like I said, the sunset, sunrises all throughout the day. There's things you can do, vendors, markets, mercados. There's a money mercado in Chapala. Wednesday, there's a mercado here, just a few blocks from here. Tuesday, I believe there's one. There's an organic market in West Ajijic. And then there's a Monday mercado in Chapala. And then you can also visit these small stores. I call them mom and pop stores, Tiendas. And you can go and check around there, get your vegetables there, your fruit. Very good price. You can get just a lot of things in here. You can shop and get at a really good price. I even get paper towels and things like that, and coffee from some of those places. They have it, I get it, like the small shop, the small stops, to small stores, vendors, and things like that. And that's what I'm doing, a lot of walking. So that's what I'm doing, picking up things. So you got a little bit of everything here. Music's great. It's wonderful. You feel a nice breeze. Starting to cool off now. It's the end of June. The hot season is over. The hot 3 months or 4 months. You go on vacations. There's travel agencies, as I mentioned. Expats go together. They team up and they get in a car and they go out to Manzanillo and things like that. They travel to the other Pueblo Magicos in Mexico. You can go to a lot of expats. You can even fly out to Puerto Vallarta really inexpensively. People go to around here. Of course, they go to other parts of the west. I mean, the eastern part, the coast there, to different playas, beaches, locations there. But you can visit other towns, Pueblo Manchicos, in all over Mexico, and a lot of expats go out to. They'll take a plane or so. Sometimes they'll team up in a car and they'll visit some of those beach towns. But flying to Puerto Vallarta is very inexpensive, and flying to some of these beach towns wherever you go. There's also Manzanillo's not far away. I did a video on that. You just go on Manzanillo, Mazatlan. It's a favorite for many expats around here. They like to stay closer, but they also go out to some of the other beach towns or resort towns or Pueblo Magico. So you don't have to go by the beach. So one way or another, you're going to find great things to do. Art galleries. I think I covered music, dining out. I'm from Michigan. Dining out anytime you want, any evening. It's a wonderful thing. You can't do that up in the freezing cold. Not only can you do it there here a lot, but you can do it inexpensively. Those on lower incomes can split meals. It's not unheard of. It's not really unheard of up in the USA. There's people that do it. And you can split a meal down here, eat, because you get a lot of food. So in many of the places you go to, taco stands, you like those, you can find those, all kinds of stuff. So with that, and I mentioned the mercados, with that I'm going to close this video. It's getting kind of long, wow. With that, I'll close this video. Give these videos a thumbs up. Tap that word subscribe and you'll be subscribed to this channel. Also, tap that notification bell and you'll be notified of the next video. Okay, I hope I covered some things, and you can do free things and just relax. You're retired or you're getting ready for your retirement. Relax, take a break. Many of us work hard all our lives, so it's time to relax. But we can be active as well. So with that, thanks for viewing and have a great day.